What's up, Digital Money Mastery family? Welcome to your Thursday deep dive where we analyze Bitcoin and the top 5 cryptocurrencies that are moving the market. I'm Michael Jones, and today we're breaking down everything you need to know about Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, BNB, and Solana. This week has been absolutely intense. Bitcoin is consolidating around $88,000 after that massive correction from $126,000. Institutions are still buying through ETFs despite the price drop, and the top altcoins are showing some very interesting patterns that could signal what's coming next. We've got technical analysis, on-chain metrics, institutional flow data, and expert predictions for where these giants are headed in 2025. So buckle up, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's dive into the numbers. Let's go. Alright, let's start with Bitcoin, because as always, when Bitcoin moves, the entire market follows. $88,003 as of today, down 0.62%, $1.76 trillion, 59.1%, highest in years, $59 billion daily, $126,210, reached October 6, 2025. Down 30% from ETH. Bitcoin is in what VanEck calls a turbulent but promising consolidation phase. We've seen a nearly 9% drop in December with volatility spiking to levels not seen since April 2025. But here's the twist. While the price is down, the fundamentals have never been stronger. The institutional story. This is huge. Despite the price weakness, institutions are aggressively accumulating Bitcoin through ETFs. Check out these numbers. $120+ billion globally. Control, 48% of all ETF-held Bitcoin worldwide. Over $86 billion in AUM. That's insane. Record $138 billion on peak days. Now represents 26.3% of total ETF holdings, up from 21.1% in Q3. Here's what's really interesting. Professional investors, tracked through 13F filings, increased their Bitcoin ETF holdings by 196% last quarter. Hedge funds alone now account for 41% of all institutional Bitcoin ETF holdings. What this means: smart money is buying the dip. While retail investors panic sell, institutions see this as an opportunity. According to Chainalysis, digital asset treasuries (DATs) accumulated 42,000 BTC in December, their largest addition since July. That tells you everything you need to know about who's positioning for the next move up. Technical analysis. Let's talk charts because this is where it gets interesting. Current support zone, holding so far. Critical psychological level. Major support, also the 200-day moving average. Immediate resistance. We keep getting rejected here. Key level if we break 90K. Major psychological barrier. Mid-40s. Neutral, approaching oversold. Bearish crossover, but showing potential reversal. Around $82,000. As long as we stay above this, long-term trend is bullish. Extremely tight squeeze usually precedes big move. On-chain metrics. This is where things get really interesting. According to K33 Research, we're experiencing what they call Bitcoin's silent exodus of long-term holders. These are people who bought at 20K, 30K, 40K and are now taking profits after the run to 126K. But, and this is crucial, while long-term holders are selling, institutions are absorbing everything. The supply shock story. By Q3 2025, Bitcoin ETFs acquired nearly 3 times the amount of Bitcoin mined in that quarter. They're literally removing supply from the market faster than new Bitcoin can be created. This is creating what's called a supply shock, and historically, that leads to explosive price moves. Let me give you the range of predictions from top analysts. 80K, 90K consolidation. Break above 95K, test 100K, 105K, 110K if institutional momentum continues. $250,000, $10,000 to $1.5 million by 2030, $120,000, $180,000 at cycle peak. Q4, 2025, $500,000 by 2027. Multiple analysts converging on 1 million bills based on institutional adoption, halving effects, and macroeconomic positioning. The US regulatory environment has done a complete 180 SEC dropped investigations into Coinbase and Robinhood. Trump administration signed pro-crypto executive order. The Bitcoin Act proposes U.S. government buy 1 million BTC as strategic reserve. Congress has bipartisan support for stablecoin legislation. If the U.S. government actually establishes a strategic Bitcoin reserve, that alone could push Bitcoin to 200K plus. My take on Bitcoin. This is a classic accumulation phase. The price is boring, volatility is high, and retail is getting shaken out. But institutions are loading up hard. When you see hedge funds increasing positions by 196% while the price is dropping, that's not a red flag, that's a buy signal. I expect Bitcoin to consolidate between 80K and 95K long through Q1, then break out violently in Q2 2025 as regulatory clarity improves and institutional FOMO kicks in. My target for end of 2025, 150K, 180K. Now let's move to Ethereum, the second largest cryptocurrency and the backbone of DeFi, NFTs, and smart contracts. 2,993 rise, struggling to hold $3,000, down 1.02%. $342 billion DAOs and 12.0%, 26.2 billion daily, down from $4,800 highs. Ethereum is going through an identity crisis right now. On one hand, it's the most used blockchain for DeFi and NFTs. On the other hand, it's facing intense criticism and competition. Kyle Samani from Multicoin Capital recently tore into Ethereum, saying it's achieved nothing in 8 years and has structural stagnation. Ouch. He criticized slow development progress, resistance to innovation, falling short of expectations, poor governance. But here's the counterargument. Ethereum dominates where it matters. Expected to rise to 85% in 2025. The most developer activity of any blockchain, Layer 2 solutions scaling massively, Base, Arbitrum, Optimism, real-world asset tokenization taking off on Ethereum. Over 500 plus active DeFi protocols, Ethereum ETFs launched in 2024 and now have growing institutional interest, though slower than Bitcoin ETFs. Potential for staking rewards to be added, major catalyst. Current support, must hold. Critical support if current level breaks. Psychological barrier, keeps getting rejected. Major resistance zone. If we break $3,300, this is next one. Major protocol upgrade coming that will improve scalability and efficiency. 2. Base recently hit $4.94 BTVL, showing massive Ethereum ecosystem growth. 3. If Ethereum ETFs get approval to stake, that's huge for institutional demand. 4. Tokenization of stocks, bonds, and real estate on Ethereum. $4,000, $5,000. $6,000. VanEck target. $10,000, $15,000 if all catalysts align. Ethereum is the sleeping giant. Yes, it's been underperforming, but the fundamentals are strong. Once it breaks above $3,300 and holds, we could see a rapid move to $4,000 or plus. The Layer 2 ecosystem growth is actually bullish long-term because it shows the Ethereum ecosystem is scaling without compromising security. Watch the $2,230 level closely. If that breaks, we could see $2,800. But if it holds and breaks $3,000 with volume, that's your signal to pay attention. Next up is XRP, Ripple's token that's been one of the most controversial but also one of the most interesting cryptocurrencies. Current XRP metrics, price, 189, 24-hour change, down 1.66%, market cap, $112 billion, NARC 5 by market cap, trading volume, significant daily volume, legal status, partially favorable ruling from SEC case major XRP news, wrapped XRP launch. This is huge and not enough people are talking about it. XRP just launched wrapped XRP, WXRP on multiple blockchains. Ethereum, Solana, Optimism, Hyper EVM. What this means, Hex Trust is issuing WXRP backed 1.1 by native XRP in institutional custody. They launched with over $100 million in total value locked. This is massive for several reasons. 1. DeFi integration. XRP can now be used in DeFi protocols across multiple chains. 2. Liquidity. More trading pairs and liquidity pools. 3. Institutional grade. Professional custody makes it safer for large players. 4. Cross-chain. XRP is no longer limited to its own ledger. This basically turns XRP from a single-purpose payment token into a multi-chain DeFi asset. That's a game changer. RLUSD stablecoin. Ripple also launched their RLUSD stablecoin, which is now in pilot programs with financial institutions. This positions Ripple as a complete payments ecosystem. XRP for fast settlements, RLUSD for stable value transfers, WXRP for DeFi applications. Technical analysis support levels MIMA. 188 current support zone, 180 critical support if current level fails resistance levels, major psychological level, 206 2 supply zone from previous consolidation. Technical indicators. RSI, around 38, weakening momentum but not oversold. Pattern, range-bound consolidation. Volume, moderate, waiting for breakout. Regulatory status, XRP has partial clarity from its SEC case. While not fully resolved, the court ruled that XRP sales on exchanges are not securities. This has opened the door for renewed exchange listings, potential ETF approval. Analysts give this 80% probability in 2025. Institutional partnerships. Price predictions. Short-term, range, 180-245, 2025. Targets, conservative, 300-4,000, moderate, 414, analyst consensus, bullish, new all-time highs above 384 if ETF approved. My take on XRP. XRP is one of the most undervalued major cryptocurrencies right now. The wrapped XRP launch is a massive development that hasn't been fully priced in yet. If Ripple gets ETF approval and continues expanding RLUSD adoption with banks, XRP could easily 2x, 3x from current levels. The $2.0 level is key. Break above that with volume, and we're likely heading to $2.50 plus. Now let's talk about BNB, Binance Coin, the fourth largest cryptocurrency and the backbone of the BNB chain ecosystem, $854.17, down 0.29%, $115.6 billion, just forward by market cap. Solid daily volume, BNB chain, Binance Exchange, DeFi platforms. BNB started as a simple exchange token but has evolved into something much bigger. Trading fee discounts, up to 25%, access to Binance Launchpad projects, staking rewards, payment for transaction fees, high-speed, low-cost blockchain, thousands of dApps deployed, major competitor to Ethereum, growing DeFi ecosystem. Binance regularly burns BNB tokens, reduces supply over time. Deflationary mechanism BNB has been holding relatively well compared to other altcoins. Kursencentrand Euro Balker en een naamder Balder Trant, Tursen Stalman Naam D, Troucher Port, key support if current level breaks, immediate resistance, major resistance zone from previous highs. BNB is heavily tied to Binance's success and regulatory situation. Binance controls BNB supply and burning. Multiple countries have targeted Binance. If Binance faces major issues, BNB suffers. 1. 500M plus users targeted. 2. 3. 4. Regular token burns reducing supply. $900, $1,000, $1,200, $1,500, $2,000 pull. If crypto bull market continues, BNB is a solid hold if you believe in Binance's long-term success. It's one of the few tokens with real utility and consistent demand. The regular token burns create deflationary pressure, and the BNB chain ecosystem is genuinely growing. However, regulatory risk is real. Binance has faced scrutiny in multiple countries. Diversification is key. Don't put all your eggs in the BNB basket. Last but definitely not least, let's talk about Solana, the blockchain that's been called an Ethereum killer and has one of the most passionate communities in crypto. Current Solana metrics. Price, $125.53, 24-hour change, down 0.22%. Market cap, $68.3 billion. Trading volume, strong daily volume. Performance, up 4.95% over the past 7 days. What makes Solana special? Solana is all about speed and scale. Transaction speed, up to 65,000 TPS. Transactions per second. Transaction cost, fractions of a cent per transaction. Proof of history, unique consensus mechanism for synchronization. Developer activity, growing rapidly. Recent developments. 1. Virtune's staked Solana. ETP, just launched on Deutsche Börse etc. This is institutional access to Solana. 2. DEX volumes. Solana, DEX volumes remain incredibly strong, showing real user activity. 3. Depin Day and Breakpoint 2025, major Solana events showcasing ecosystem growth. 4. Memcoin dominance. Solana has become the chain for memcoin launches. Love it or hate it, it drives usage. Technical analysis. Solana is currently in a descending channel but showing signs of potential reversal. Support levels. 121, 125. Current support zone. Holding well. 117. Critical support if current level fails. Resistance levels. $145, $150. Immediate resistance, 175. Major resistance from recent highs, 200 plus, previous cycle highs. Technical indicators. RSI, neutral zone. Volume, declining, watching for volume spike breakout. Pattern, descending channel with potential bullish divergence. The Solana bull case. 1. Speed and cost, can't be beat for user experience. 2. Developer. Growth, rapidly increasing. 3. Institutional interest, ETF speculation building. 4. Network activity, consistently high usage. 5. Ecosystem growth, thousands of active projects. The Solana bear case. 1. Network outages, history of downtime concerns. 2. Centralization, concerns, relatively fewer validators than competitors. 3. VC unlock, schedule, large token unlocks, could create selling pressure. 4. Competition, facing pressure from Base, Arbitrum, other L2s. Price, predictions, 2025. Targets, conservative, $180, $250. Moderate, $500. VanEck target at cycle peak. Bullish, 590 plus, if ETF approved and ecosystem explodes. Solana ETF. Speculation. Analysts are giving Solana ETF approval decent odds in 2025 to 2026. If Solana gets an ETF, expect a massive price reaction. Could easily 2x, 3x from current levels just on the announcement. My take on Solana. Solana is high risk, high reward. The technology is impressive, that the ecosystem is growing, and the user experience is unmatched. But the network stability concerns and centralization issues are real. If you're bullish on Solana, watch the $145, $150 resistance. A break above that with volume could signal the start of a strong rally toward 200 plus, but manage your risk. Solana can be volatile. Alright fam, let's tie this all together with an actionable strategy for navigating this market. Overall market status, we're in a consolidation accumulation phase. Here's what's happening. Bitcoin, institutions buying, retail selling, classic accumulation Ethereum, undervalued, waiting for catalyst, layer 2s thriving, XRP, wrapped XRP is huge, ETF potential, regulatory clarity improving, BNB, stable, utility-driven, tied to Binance success. Solana, high-risk reward, ETF speculation, ecosystem growing key themes for 2025. 1. Institutional adoption is real. ETF inflows continue despite price weakness, hedge funds increasing positions, sovereign wealth funds entering the space. This is the game changer. 1. Regulatory clarity is coming. US shifting pro-crypto, Europe's MiCA providing framework. This removes major barrier to institutional capital. 1. Supply shocks building. Bitcoin ETFs buying faster than mining creates supply. Having effects still working through system, less Bitcoin available on exchanges. 1. Altcoin season is coming. Once Bitcoin stabilizes, capital rotates to alts, XRP, SOL, ETH positioned for strong moves. Quality projects will outperform. What should you do? Here's my framework, not financial advice. 1. Bitcoin should be your core. 40-50% of crypto portfolio. Most institutional adoption, most regulatory clarity, most liquid, most proven track record. 1. Ethereum, as your smart contract bet, 20-30%. Dominant DeFi platform, NFT marketplace leader. Layer 2, ecosystem growing, institutional grade with ETF. 1. Diversify with top alts, 20-30%. XRP for payments, banking exposure. SOL for high growth potential. BNB for exchange ecosystem exposure. 1. Keep some stable coins, 10-20%. For buying dips, for taking profits, for peace of mind. Risk management rules, never invest more than you can afford to lose. Use dollar cost averaging instead of trying to time bottoms. Take profits on the way up, don't get greedy. Use hardware wallets for long-term holdings. Diversify across multiple quality projects. Price action to watch this week. Bitcoin, 90K breakout. If BTC breaks and holds 90K, strong bullish signal. Ethereum $3,000 hold. ETH needs to hold 3K to remain healthy. XRP $2 hour break. Above $2 opens door to 250 plus. Solana $145 resistance. Breaking this could trigger rally to 175 plus. What I'm watching for. Bitcoin ETF inflows continuing. Ethereum breaking above $3,300. XRP. Wrapped XRP adoption growing. Solana, ETF speculation increasing. Overall market sentiment shifting from fear to neutral. The bottom line, we're in the boring part of the bull market. Prices are consolidating, volatility is annoying, and it feels like nothing is happening. But underneath, everything is happening. Institutions are accumulating, infrastructure is improving, regulation is clarifying, adoption is growing. This is when fortunes are made, not by trading the chop, but by holding quality assets and waiting for the next leg up. The crypto market works in cycles. We've corrected, we're consolidating, the next move up is coming. The question is, will you still be here when it happens? Alright Digital Money Mastery fam, that's your complete Thursday breakdown of Bitcoin and the top 5 cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin, 88K, institutions accumulating, 150K, 180K targets for 2025, Ethereum, 2,193s, holding 3K critical, Layer 2 growth bullish, 6K plus, potential XRP, 1.89, wrapped XRP game changer, ETF potential, 4 plus targets, BNB, 854, utility-driven exchange ecosystem, $1,500 targets, Solana, 125, high-risk reward, ETF speculation, $500 potential coming this week. Friday, deep dive into altcoins and hidden gems. Saturday, complete Pi network analysis. Sunday, full market wrap-up with 2025 outlook. If this video provided value, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment telling me, which of these 5 coins are you most bullish on for 2025? Remember, in crypto, patience is rewarded. The market is setting up for the next major move. Stay informed, stay disciplined, and most importantly, stay focused on your long-term goals. Until tomorrow's altcoin deep dive, keep mastering that digital money. Peace.
This content is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold any cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency markets are highly volatile and involve substantial risk of loss. Always conduct your own research and consult with a qualified financial advisor before making investment decisions. Past performance is not indicative of future results.